as Jen was saying about these hearings, one of my clients was picked up and he was shipped 3,000 miles away to Oregon because they didn't have a detention center in Massachusetts for him. So he's a sophomore in high school, removed from his family, his 5 brothers and sisters. So we have a hearing, he's sitting in a detention center, the judge is in another court, a translator in another place, and I'm in Boston. So we have 4 people in 4 different places having a hearing. And it's so complicated, you don't have contact with the person. He'd been here, we'd be going through the process here, but they scooped him up, separated from his family, separated from the lawyer, and he's all alone. And that's something we're up against. I mean, again, I want to support what Marissa said, there's still hope, but with the challenges we face every day, and a day in the life of any of us lawyers, is we're inundated with phone calls, both the clients we've already have, worried about, can I travel, how are they gonna come and get me, and the new people who we don't know, just asking the public, asking what are my chances. And everyone wants to meet, so there's no time to meet with everybody. And then and with the travel ban, we have many volunteer lawyers going to Logan, Terminal E, staffing a table just to help both family members waiting for their relatives coming in or relatives coming in, just trying to be there available to answer questions. So there's a lot of work. A lot of it's not paid right now.
Yeah. I would say that, one of the other things that I think has been the most problematic, both in the election cycle and since the inauguration, is that the rhetoric coming from the administration is that non-citizens are dangerous, right? President Trump just announced this new voice unit, which is supposed to help people who are the victims of crimes committed by people who are undocumented. When the reality is, non-citizens commit rates at much lower rates than citizens do. So this is about sort of creating an other that is dangerous to support what he's doing. Economically, you know, this argument that they're taking our jobs, well, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a big article because the Central Valley farmers in California are now panicked that President Trump is actually going to deport undocumented people because their $35 billion agricultural industry depends on undocumented workers taking care of their fields. And they all basically said, oh, we didn't think he was serious. So I think it's really important to start sort of digging beneath the rhetoric of the way non-citizens are talked about, because most of it is untrue and most of it creates fear and anger to justify what he's trying to do.
Yeah, and I think the other piece of that too is there's a lot of talk about how they use up public benefits and, you know, close our hospitals and all these sort of horrible things, when in actuality they're not eligible for most public benefits. They don't seek the hospital care because they're afraid of, afraid of getting caught. And that there's a lot of work that we can all do to sort of challenge that picture that people are painting of what immigrants provide to this country.
There's some really great data and statistics on Migration Policy Institute. It's a think tank out of DC. There's all these interactive maps and data and charts. So I don't know if you're ever writing a paper on this, it'd be a great resource for statistics on supporting these ideas.